Impact makers, welcome to the showcase interview with Nin. I'd like to take a second and introduce Nin, and then I'm gonna let her kind of like run with it a little bit. But for over 41 years, she was in hospital care. She holds a master's degree and a doctorate in nursing and in health. She's an advanced holistic nurse, health and wellness coach, oncology and hospice nurse. Nin has helped tens of thousands of patients, dedicating her whole life to empowering people through holistic vitality coaching. Woo! That's serious, Nin. Life changing, right?
Yes,
So let's turn it over to you. How are you today?
I'm doing good. And I'm glad to talking with you today and introduce myself. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
introduce
glad.
yourself. I'm just throwing all your acclimates out there. When I was reading through it, I was like, wow, 41 years.
Yeah.
That's tens of thousands of patients that you dedicated your life to.
Yeah. If we don't count it and until I count it and say, oh yeah, that's tens of thousands of people I have been taking care of.
No, seriously. I mean, like, that's a lot. 40
Yeah.
years in the nursing practitioner.
Yeah.
So what made you transition, right? You left from there to holistic coaching.
Okay. So my journey into the holistic wellness coaching actually stems from the 41 years of experience, as you just introduced. As the advanced holistic nursing, care for tens of thousands of individuals in hospital, help them navigate their healing journey. Throughout my career, I witnessed a profound gap in healthcare, one that go beyond the medication and the insurance coverage. Time and time again, I saw patients whose condition could have been prevented or better managed if they have received right guidance earlier. One case that still resonates with me for many years is a woman whose kidney could have been saved if she received the proper support and education during her initial or second ER visit. She could be taught about her body's compensation to her critical lower blood sugar, then letting her blindly wait for insurance approval for a test. Why you need a test? So don't do nothing. Just wait with the critical lower blood sugar. Just come to the hospital and give you some sugar, correct the sugar, but it didn't real correct the problem. So her passing out was her body cannot compensate enough. That's why she passed out 3 times. And her kidney function actually, because the kidney overworked, not the kidney function failure. So that's, I've been thinking about her if she could have a coach or had an educator and nurse remind her about her body's healing power. So that would be a different story. And then there was another Russian speaking patient. We labeled her as having dementia. So I talked with her daughter, I talked to her family, and yet I go beyond her symptoms, truly seeing her as a person, as a real person, as a whole person. I was able to connect through music by singing to her, singing with her. We clapped the hand together, we sing together with a melody she familiar with and helping her recover fast. And these experiences reinforced a truth that have become my mission. The true healing is not about treating illness. It's about empowerment, guidance, understanding the whole person, especially important, the whole person. The person is made up from physical, mind, emotion, and spirit. So none of them cannot be lack of them. If we miss looking at every aspect of their health, so we are just treating as symptoms, not a person. So on a mission to empower the person to navigate their healing journey. Sometimes they have the wisdom, they already have the strategy, but they a lack of clarity where to go, how to process with, or sometimes they don't have the strategy. That's where I come from. I provide the strategy or empower them to apply their own strategy and their body's wisdom. Found the body's wisdom, then work together. My modality is simple and practical. They can practice anywhere, at home, in the office, on the walk, anywhere. So that's why I transitioned into the holistic health coaching to equip individuals with the knowledge and the tools to reclaim their vitality before it is too late. So vitality is their whole health shining at their high point. So that's what I want to empower to. Want everyone thrive their life, live their life fully. That's what I do. That's why I do.
Thank you. I'm just sitting there going, okay, let's listen. No, seriously, like so many different things, right? Like my mom's always saying to me, man, these doctors don't know anything. I'm like, they're the doctors. And she's like, they told me this when it's this. And then she comes out and it turns out it's right because she knows her body, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of us may know that there's something wrong, but we don't know the right path, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when does someone know that they need you versus practical medicine?
So when people have no pre-diagnosis, like pre-diabetes, pre-hypertension, especially there was one symptom, everyone think that's just normal for them. I believe many people knows that GERD, there was an acid reflux. I saw people taking PPI. There was a kind of medication to suppress the acid for years, for 17 years. So if the medication is only for the acute, only for the temporary problem, what your body will need a pill as you take every day, like your food. You only take food every day, every 3 meal or 2 meal, whatever meal is, but you don't take a pill as a meal. So we needed to look at not only it don't, sometimes they said, oh, once I stop, then that will recover, because the problem, you didn't solve the problem. You just mask that. You just suppressed. And I see a lot of blood pressure issue as well. When you suppress the blood pressure and your blood pressure go higher, so then you dump the more pill. So that's, I see so many patients, just make my heart ache, my heart broken to see many people and just continue take the lifetime pill. So the pill is supposed to be temporary. I support you take the pill temporary, but not necessary for you take a lifetime. So that's why so many kidney failure. Because
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
uh-huh,
And you always try to own it, right? You're like, okay, maybe I'm a little overweight, so my blood pressure is high. Maybe I'm eating the wrong food, so my blood pressure is high. I
yeah,
better stay on these pills.
uh-huh. Yeah, and also another group of individuals, those people has concern For example, you said, oh, my foot tingling. And the doctor check it, the neurologist check it. And okay, you don't need to do anything. And when it gets worse, and I will prescribe a medication for you. That's so many. The tingling. Why we don't look at why our nerve tingling? It's because the nerve is sending us a signal for us to know every symptoms is a signal, the body signal. We need to listen to that. And one more group of people are those, they know everything. They know so many good things. They know how to eat right, how to sleep good. They know exercise, but they still don't have the result they needed. Why? Because that's not the exercise they need. They know the exercise, but what kind of exercise you need? So that's why lack of clarity, don't know which one. They don't know what the body needed, what kind of exercise, what kind of food. Maybe one person said, oh, oatmeal is good, and for you, you eat 3 meals a day. Some people, okay, that's good. I eat 3 meals a day. Or somebody says almond flour is good for you, so I make almond flour and eat 3 meals a day. So you have that knowledge, but how to apply the knowledge to your benefit, that's so many people don't know either. So that's, again, I'm here to support you, to empower you, how to apply your knowledge and explore what you need, what exercise you need, what food you need, and what routine you need to set up your daily routine. So then, and we can track your daily routine to look at what your body need. Then from there, so there were three group of people. One is a pre-diagnosis. The second one is they have a concern but dismissed by other providers. Nobody cares. The third one is they had the knowledge but the lack of clarity to proceed.
Well, you've answered everything I was going to ask. The routine, how do you get into it? How do you know which one to use? But you've been doing this long enough. I know you know your craft.
Uh-huh.
So who's the ideal client for you? Who's the ideal person that needs someone like you?
So first of all, you have to know conscious about your health. You have had the desire to pursue your high potential, your body's potential, your highest vitality. Not said, oh, people may say, oh, I just don't want my parents' high blood pressure run in my family. I don't want high blood pressure. So that's not the goal. The goal is you want to shine your vitality. Because when you are health, your whole health, you have your whole health, and you shine your vitality. And the vitality is consists of your essence, the physical body, and the energy. You need both of them. So if you eat one food, that food do not support, give you energy, so that's not good food for you. We need to find out. The person needed to have a desire for a high vitality, for optimal health. So that must be. And secondly, they must to be coachable. So they must understand, willing to accept, open their mind to accept what is good to you, listen to you, and get rid of all your old concept, all the health myths. And there are also a myth around there. So you said sleep 8 hours a day. For example, sleep 8 hours a day, not necessarily everyone needs 8 hours. Some people sleep 6 hours, 5 hours is enough. They have energized with the short period. So you have to be open your mind. Do not like stay in do not be stubborn. So
Don't be
I,
stuck.
I already said uh, tell people about the blood pressure. I said that the lower number of your blood pressure is asking you to open your heart. So you need to open your heart and open your mind, accept what is good for you, listen to your body. So let me summarize is you have to have a design to want the optimal health. Second way, you have to open your mind, open your heart to accept what's good for you. The third one is listen to your body and recognize your body's wisdom, the healing power. So those are people I want working with. If some people say, no, I don't work, I don't want this, that's you just go live your life. That's not my responsibility. That's your own responsibility. You want your good health, ultimate health or not.
So you said the bottom number is for you to open your heart.
Yeah,
So do you want the bottom number higher or lower?
not lower.
Lower.
You open your heart, the number will be lower.
Ooh.
Because that number, the lower is relaxed when the blood come into the return to your heart. You have to open your heart, physically open your heart, and mentally, emotional. That's open your mind, open your heart. So that heart actually means your heart, your mental, your physical, the circle.
It's crazy. I knew what they were for, right? The top one's for basically when your heart beats, the pressure of it, right? And the
Uh-huh.
bottom one is when your heart rests. But I kept wondering, like, what if your heart rests at a higher number? So to give you a little backstory, when I went into the mortgage meltdown, right?
Uh-huh.
My blood pressure was like 190 over 110 or something like that, or over 100. It was something crazy, but both numbers were in the double digits. So it wasn't like 120 over 80. It was like 190 over 105 or something stupid.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And the doctor, so me being in personal development, I said, well, why? And he
Uh-huh.
said, well, two things.
Uh-huh.
One, mindset.
Uh-huh.
You got to change your mindset and want to get healthier. And he goes, number two, it's probably lunch meat.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, what? What do you mean? And he
Uh-huh.
goes, well, think about this. Most of this is being caused by the stress of what's happening in the economy right now. So your top
Uh-huh.
number is going through the roof.
Uh-huh.
And your bottom number is probably because you eat too many deli sandwiches. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, I had 2 deli sandwiches this week. And he's like, let's just start with this. I want you to start meditating or walking or doing something that's peaceful to get your
Uh-huh.
mindset back.
Uh-huh.
And then number two,
Mhm.
just cut out any kind of processed foods with what do you say that comes in the lunch meat? Mercury and all that stuff.
That's salt.
Yeah, salt too. He's
Salt.
like, just get away from all those and you'll be fine.
Uh-huh.
Well, let's fast forward now to where I'm at right now. I do the carnivore diet, right?
Uh-huh.
And I eat meat, water, and salt. So I put a lot of
Uh-huh.
salt on my steaks.
Uh-huh.
My blood pressure is down to 110 over 70.
Oh.
And I eat a lot of salt because
Uh-huh.
almost every meal it's protein with salt on it, salmon with
Uh-huh.
salt on it, steak with salt on it.
Uh-huh.
So even some things will change up a little bit, but I love that saying if you the bottom one is opening up your heart because
Mhm.
it's like loving yourself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those numbers, not just numbers, they tell you something.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
As they should, right? I mean, all these things that we have in the medical field, they should tell you something. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I think about the stuff that women go through with the breast examinations and the MRIs and the sonograms and the smashing. And it's like, okay, well then what's wrong? We don't know. Looks fine to me.
Mm.
I went through an MRI.
Uh-huh.
3 days later, I go to the dermatologist and he's like, I think that thing on your leg might be cancerous. And I'm like, I just had an MRI.
Uh-huh.
Like 3 days ago. I just had the results 3 days ago. Why didn't the
Uh,
MRI see that? He's like, I don't know. Go check it out. Go
uh,
here. So then I go to another test. I'm like, just the random stuff that you get at the hospitals is so crazy nowadays. It's like they want you in, they want you out. Here's your pills, go home, have fun.
uh-huh.
And I'm a big advocate. Some people need to be on certain pills. But like you said, the pre-diabetes,
Uh-huh.
pre-hypertension, it's all fixable.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So like people have an acid reflux, where they all talk about, oh, I have pain. And one time they said, oh, I have a pain that was so terrible and I cannot breathe. They said, oh, that's the time you need to go to ER. I said,
Yeah,
oh, I have been there for 2 years.
craziness.
Yeah.
So you're on a mission to help people
Uh-huh.
just live a holistic life and gain their vitality back, right?
Yeah.
So your client seeks you out when they start seeing that traditional medicine or long-term medicine is just not what they want.
Mm.
But are they coming up with certain symptoms? Is there a certain age group? Like who's the people really? I mean, because I think of it right now, I think everybody.
Yeah. So if the people get to like a 50s, that's most time like a women close around the menopause time, and the man is about that time. Man also has similar like a menopause. Yeah, so they all has go through the hormonal change, and men and women also go through the hormonal change. So they have to look at the life, that what you eat, every aspect of your life differently, and you use differently. Uh, I want to mention about one thing because people do it wrong. So some people said, "Oh, my feet always feel hot," but oftentimes it's not your body has a heat inside. Actually it's opposite. So you need to keep your feet warm. The people said, oh, okay, they put ice and your feet at sleep. That's no. So your feet is first thing because they have a lot of channel opening there, meridian, a lot of pressure point, many opening channel opening there, energy channel opening there. So it's very easy to get a cold inside. So when you feel, especially for the women at menopause, even the hot flash, so it's not a really, if I make this analogy so people will understand, when the people are freeze to death, before that, so their body really heating up, the fire up. So when those people are oftentimes they take off all their clothes, they feel hot. That's energy. They show the energy. It's not a means they are really hot because they're too cold. They want to heat up themselves until they freeze up. So the menopause hot, the foot hot, your foot, your hand, or hot flash, it's not necessary you have a heat inside rather than you lost, you need a supplement some of your essence, like a water, your essence, you supplement your essence uh, to support the energy. Otherwise, if you making the cool down, the circulation on your feet will become, will blocked. So the people may say, "Oh, I saw people have poor circulation under their feet." So they said, "Oh, because my feet always feel hot, so I have the I open toe even in the winter or anything." So we have to go beyond the feeling. So to look at, normally people don't look at that. You see, oh, I'm hot and I just take off clothes, okay, just open to the cold air. Another another issue with young girls, they have, sometimes they have a lower waist pants, or they expose their lower back. So that's a time later on they will have a lower back pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like this went from me interviewing you to you educating me. So all of you that are listening right now, I mean, this is why I brought her onto the showcase for this interview. Obviously, I've seen it going a little different way, but you have literally covered everything I would have asked about. So it's been amazing.
Uh-huh.
And there's things that you're making me think about, like, right? I always am trying to guess, like, why did it drop? They
Mm-hmm.
don't know. Why was it so high? They don't know. Why
Uh-huh.
did it drop? They don't know.
Uh-huh.
But you're here. You're better now. Well,
Yeah.
what caused it? Don't know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, you mean making the lifestyle shifts is going to be a better thing. And I made a lot of shifts from that point forward. I started
Uh-huh.
my walks in the morning before I even go to the gym. I started going to the next levels. Everything that I did, I just started changing it up. I changed my diet. I'm like thinking, I can't die.
Uh-huh.
I can't have my heart that high where it freaking kills me.
Uh-huh.
I got to make some changes. And at any level in your life, when these things come on, you have to make the decision to make those changes and seek the help that you need.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah, so many people do not also want change, but they don't have the willpower. Talk about the willpower. So there was another thing, the willpower is associated with your kidney function.
Yeah.
So when you have a lack of willpower, so your kidney, and maybe you look at your kidney. It's not only the physical kidney, it's included the function as well. So every aspect, every concern you have, so you need to go into that. Like I said, even the willpower, or even the people feel anxious. Oftentimes we said, oh, she's like that. She always like that. Why she should be like that? Why people need to be anxious all your life? So you need to take care of that. Or some people have a fear or anxiety. So why you have that? So what can help you? It's not only what you eat and what that's the whole body, you as a whole person and your emotion. Ed talk about trauma recovery. So the trauma is one thing, and what your emotion, even your emotion for stay there for a long time, you do not process your emotion well, that can causing problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everyone who's watching this right now, you know if you're experiencing this type of stuff, and you know that there's times where you need to make a change in your life. And I want to encourage all of you to connect with Nin. Down below, she has a free gift for you, two of them actually. And all of her social media links are listed in the showcase. So get in there and watch her showcase. Learn how she does what she does, how she's bringing this to the public, right? Because after serving thousands of people, she's made the decision to go out into the open. I call it the wild, to go out into the wild and actually really help people without the shackles and restraints of the hospitals and the doctor's offices, right?
Mm.
So if you're looking for that help, this is your time. So at this point in the showcase, the floor is yours. I've told every guest this as they come on.
Yeah.
You speak exactly to your client right now and say goodbye, say hello, say whatever you want to say to wrap this up and let them know why you do what you do.
Okay. Hi, everyone out there listening to our conversation today. So I welcome you and thank you for your presence. And if you're the one decide to make change for your ultimate health, and we can work together to explore how we can work together and help you, guide you for your healing journey. Again, So you have to make the decision. You have to open your mind to accept, to understand what's a good thing. And I recognize you as a physical body, mental body, and emotion body, your spiritual body, and all combined, intertwined together into your real person. I like to talk with a real person. I want to look at into you beyond any symptom if you have, guide you through your healing journey. Thank you very much for listening.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. You guys grab the free gifts down below. You're going to love them. I already downloaded them. I'm going to be going through them because there's nothing more important than your health. You never know how much time you have, but your time is now. So grab it. Let's go, guys.